Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block. On a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts. Basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Alrighty people, it looks like we got there today. Great stuff. Just keep your fingers crossed. We've got kilobytes per second in green, CPU's looking good, and we are live. Fantastic. Welcome to the show. Got a few things to get through today, some articles that I want to read through, so get through the intro as quickly as possible. For any newbies, I've seen the numbers on my show going up. Number go up, that's what we like. And remember, it's quality number go up that I'm looking at. That's what I like. Like I said, 10 people with a fundamental understanding of a concept can do more than 1 million who have no clue whatsoever. That's what it's all about. So the reason we broadcast on Twitch is because YouTube have already kindly taken down 2 of my channels. Then they were preventing me from editing my shows, and they were deleting episodes. In fact, they still won't sanction this channel for live. Or if you're watching this on YouTube for a live show. So, for somebody that only gets like 50 views or was getting 50 views, but the fact is they're talking about the genuine Bitcoin. Oh, can't have that, can we? Can't let the cat out of the bag. Unbelievable. So we broadcast on Twitch every day live at 5 from whichever country I'm in, UK at the moment. Upload the trailer onto YouTube and then upload the full episode onto Streamanity, where you can set your own fee according to how you judge the quality of your content. So let's jump into the intros. I'm going to add a new one today, courtesy of Andres Antonopoulos. I presume most of you might have seen the video earlier on, but I mean, this is great. I'm building it up. I'm just going to let the shitcoiners do my job for me. Honestly, I find it absolutely hilarious. So we're going to start with our man, our big block man, Michael Saylor, telling us all about the beauty of Bitcoin and big blocks, which is what Satoshi Nakamoto designed and described in his white paper. So take the floor, Michael Saylor. Rock and roll.
I like Bitcoin the way it is. In fact, I love Bitcoin the way it is.
So do we, Michael. So do we. You will be joining us very soon. You don't know me now, but you will know me very soon. And you'll wish you knew me sooner. You'll wish you hadn't deleted my DMs. You'll wish you'd paid attention, because it would have saved you over $1 billion. $1 billion, Michael. That is what you missed out on by not listening to my show. So it just goes to show you, my show is worth $1 billion. To some people. To be honest with you, the information I've got on this show is going to be worth billions. If you multiply Bitcoin by 40 million each, which is a conservative estimate, I think most people here listening, might be billionaires on that. So yeah, it's the information on my show is well worth $1 billion right now. And
the way it's currently constructed, it is possible to put all $250 trillion of monetary energy in big blocks.
There we go. Did you hear that? The way it's constructed. He knows how it's constructed. You can put $250 billion or trillion dollars of monetary energy in big blocks. And he said that. That is the way it is constructed. He knows. He just doesn't understand the dirty politics that's gone on behind the scenes. Michael, you should be listening to me, mate.
Of encrypted energy on the blockchain. Maybe the Bitcoin will be $1 million. You can probably calculate $10 million of Bitcoin or something. Big blocks, $100 million chunks.
I might do a Michael Saylor impression contest. Big blocks, $100 million chunks.
On the blockchain. It'll store all the monetary energy in the world, and it should store it for the next 100 years without losing any of it. If Bitcoin's going to fail, it's not going to fail due to lack of functionality or lack of speed or lack of scalability.
Listen to that. It's not going to scale due to lack of functionality, lack of speed, or lack of scale. Well, what's it going to fail on then?
In my opinion, if Bitcoin is going to fail, it's going to fail because of it loses trust and security. We have to protect the network integrity at all cost.
Indeed we do, Michael. Indeed we do. So while you've been studying the white paper, and congratulations because I can see you've been studying it well, what you don't understand is that shitcoiners with shit for brains have been effing it up on purpose. That is why the community, if you want to call it, is fractured. That's why there are what you would call chain splits. That's why BTC is an airdrop, but they didn't change the ticker symbol. It has been socially engineered so that people like you think that it's the genuine Bitcoin when it's not. Bitcoin is BSV because Bitcoin is Satoshi's vision. So I'm just simply going to let one of your comrades, in brackets here, explain to you what has happened. Take the floor, Peter McCormack. Here we go.
Bitcoin is so different now from when Satoshi was here. It's a completely different project. It doesn't matter who Satoshi is anymore. Even if Satoshi came back, I don't think he would just be immediately welcomed as having this God-given right to decide what happens with Bitcoin. I think he would have to earn his right back into the project. Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Are you sure about that, Pete? Because it didn't sound like it to me. Do you maybe want to think about that a little bit more? What do you think Bitcoin was based on previously then? What do you think proof of work is? Proof of work is consensus to make sure that a transaction is valid. You also get miners who come to consensus and agree that going forward is a way that will benefit everybody, even though they are competing entities that maintain the blockchain. Therefore, it is only speed, cost, and scale. Any tampering around with a protocol, like for example, implementing SegWit and segregating those signatures, means that those people who implemented SegWit now have complete control of the network because they are not accountable to anybody. That is why Satoshi Nakamoto, aka Craig Wright, Dr. Craig Wright, designed Bitcoin with a chain of signatures. But because he knew that It just simply had to be left out there as a commodity without any central point of authority or control. He knew that other people would try to enforce their authority and control, which is why he set up the Tulip Trust to protect against this. The Tulip Trust will wipe all of these shitcoins out of the market. And unfortunately, because you listen to Anthony Pompliano talking shit and not me telling you the truth, you have invested over $1 billion into a centralized system that has a fundamental value of 0. You will lose $1 billion. $1 billion. Now, luckily for you, that might be not a lot. But for me, I still think $1 billion is a lot of money that I would rather not flush down the toilet. You know, I'm buying literally a digital piece of dog shit. And if you don't believe me that you've bought a digital piece of dog shit, we're now just simply going to let Samson Mao, the chief strategy of Blockstream, admit that you have bought a piece of digital dog shit. Take the floor, Samson Mao.
Bitcoin was created by the central bankers that enslave you today. It is their scapegoat.
How do you answer those, Max and Stacey?
I think the evidence is clear that they do not control it. There's 10 years, almost 11 years now of track record.
Yeah,
Blockstream
controls it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Who does?
Blockstream.
Oh,
all right.
I was looking at you when I said that.
Yeah, I'm a block. I have a spy. I'm one of the spies. No, so this, it's an interesting.
It certainly is interesting now that there's a Max. I think someone like Michael Saylor and Elon Musk would be very interested in that. Indeed, because they have both spent almost actually I can't remember how much. Oh, Elon Musk did put over $1 billion. Imagine buying a piece of digital dog shit for $1 billion. Like, it's almost hilarious that they could be persuaded to have done that because they haven't figured it out yet. I mean, the only reason I've been able to figure this out is because when I first got into Bitcoin, when I realized that Bitcoin had been around, or let me think, for 8 years, I thought I was behind on everything. I didn't understand a clue. I didn't understand anything. I didn't have a clue, which is why I was panicked and I was in a rush to catch up with what was going on. But what I didn't realize was the fact that I was actually miles ahead of everybody. It's just that CSW, obviously, and Ryan X. Charles and the like were light years ahead of me. and I gave the population far more credit than they were due because I thought that people were relatively intelligent. Like, Bitcoin has literally brought out to the rest of the world, like literally all those troglodytes who live under a rock, who literally can't understand anything but think they'll try their hand at understanding Bitcoin. Like, literally, there is another level of dumbness in the world that I never knew existed. Until, I got into Bitcoin and saw it. I would never have believed it. And talking about something that I would never have believed, like literally how stupid something is, Andreas Antonopoulos released a video earlier today describing a concept called child pays for parent. And again, I released this video earlier today, but we're going to play it now because it is too good to pass up. Take the floor, Andreas Antonopoulos, and tell us how shitcoin really is. Here we go.
Anonymous asks, I transferred my Bitcoin with too low a fee and it's been unconfirmed for 10 days. What should I do? The idea that you did a transaction and that transaction had insufficient fee tells me that you do not have a wallet that allows you to increase the fee after a transaction has been broadcast. Wallets that allow you to do that support one of two technologies. One is called replace by fee, which allows you to broadcast a second transaction with increased fee. And the other one is a technology called Child Pays for Parent, which allows you to make another transaction with the change, or even allows the merchant or recipient to make another transaction with the payment amount that is a child transaction that has more fee, and that child fee is enough to pay for the parent fee, causing both the child and the parent to be confirmed simultaneously. All of this is stuff that you can do with a more sophisticated wallet, but it can be confusing, especially if your wallet is not sophisticated. I would say the first transaction you need to make is to a better wallet.
Honestly, I would never have believed that. You know, I mean, did he not sound a little bit patronizing to you there? You know, if you have a sophisticated wallet, you know, of which sophisticated can be a little bit complicated, and because I'm saying words like sophisticated and complicated that have like 3 to 4 syllables in them each, the people who I'm talking to won't be able to understand what I'm saying. Honestly, like, it's got nothing to do with a wallet. It's the network itself. They have purposely effed it up so that it doesn't work. You need a more sophisticated wallet. No, wallets are meant to be really simple and easy to use. If you need a sophisticated wallet, it's a ball ache and a waste of time. I want to send somebody some money, that's it. It's really easy. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, not some sophisticated load of bullshit dog shit bollocks. Honestly, I just never heard anything like it in my life. So now we know that BTC is an absolute load of shit and has no value whatsoever because it is really expensive and you need sophisticated wallets to send it. And then they're developing a second layer solution that has no competition in the system in it. And remember that when data doesn't go through the chain, it's not secure. And when it's not secure, it has no value. It's no different from sending somebody an email. And if you want to have reasonable expectation in trade in the form of legal protection, you have to prove that you have sent value to someone. You can't just simply exchange fresh air in exchange for like a house, because that air is not worth it. You need value. It's that data that has value because it has gone through the blockchain and is stored as a universal source of truth on the ledger, the world's first one and only truly decentralized distributed single ledger. That is Bitcoin. Not BTC, not CoreCoin, not Creche, but Bitcoin, the genuine Bitcoin. Now, the second thing is, after you've actually proved you've sent value, as in like genuine value, you need to prove you've actually made the transaction. If you delete certain information in the bits of transaction, it means that you cannot prove you've sent it, which means you have no legal recourse. And of course, international trade and global commerce is never going to touch something that you cannot trace because it doesn't provide legal recourse. And these shitcoiners are so effing dumb, they don't even realize this. So listen to Roger Durr explain and getting really excited about how Creche has got absolutely no fundamental value. Take the floor, Roger Durr.
I have a question here from Satoshi, defender of Bitcoin. He said, if a cryptocurrency is anonymous, like BCH, I don't think BCH is anonymous, but maybe there is something.
Check out cashfusion.com and you combine that with reusable payment codes and you get Bitcoin Cash in the same sort of ballpark of privacy as Monero. It's really awesome. So you can check out Cash Fusion. And I always get it wrong. I think it's .com, but it might be .org. So you can check both. Cashfusion.com.
Okay, awesome. So BCH, maybe using Cash Fusion and XMR, if they're anonymous, how can a business get legal recourse against a supplier if the supplier defaults and no proof on the transaction exists because anon?
Yeah, if you want your cryptocurrency to be perfectly legal for everything all the time,
which I do,
just go use your Visa card. Just go use your PayPal.
Oh my God.
Right? What do you need a cryptocurrency for?
The reason we need it's not a cryptocurrency, Roger. We need a commodity money. Now, previously, people used gold because gold had genuine value. But then carrying golden nuggets around and melting them down and dividing them further and all that kind of stuff was a ball ache. So then what we did is we exchanged tokens on that gold, which were effectively certificates for that gold. But then those who had control of printing the certificates decided they could just simply print whatever they want. And now we've got fiat currency with a centralized control, which causes absolute destruction and devastation. And it gives those who actually have control of the money printers the desire to keep control of it. They can do anything they want. They can print as much money as they want. They can pay as many people off as they want. They can pay people to do their bidding, to shut them up, to get them disappeared, whatever. They will do whatever they can to maintain control of it. Which is why they don't mind you talking about your shitcoin and Blockstream talking about their shitcoin, because they know they have no fundamental value. However, when it comes to the genuine Bitcoin, can't be having that. They'll do all they can to try and shut them down because it is a commodity. It has value as data storage. It gives us sovereignty over our data. That is why you should be using it and buying it in order to upload your data onto the blockstream, the blockchain. Blockstream, man. Blockchain. The more Bitcoin BSV that you have, the more data you can upload. So you can now upload your family photos and precious wedding videos and all that kind of stuff, because you now have sovereignty. But it's that sovereignty that can also be transferred as a form of as a medium of exchange, because people value their data. Now, actually, I was going to find an article. Actually, I'll probably talk about this later on. Somewhere in Africa, I know I sound like Charles Hoskinson saying that, somewhere in Africa, where the currency was literally worth nothing, they actually started trading mobile phone credits, which is genius when you think about it, because the mobile phone credits was a store of value because you paid for the amount of minutes on that phone. So therefore, the amount of minutes that you paid for didn't change, even when the currency was going down and down and down. So you could pay for mobile phone minutes and be sure that those mobile phone minutes stayed the same. So people were trading these mobile phone minutes instead of the actual money, because they didn't trust the money printers of the country or the government, who were just inflating it into infinity. Genius. And the reason mobile phone minutes had value is because they have utility. It's the utility that people desire. When something is useless, you generally tend to discard it because it is useless. Therefore, it is worthless and cannot be used. Mobile phone minutes could be used, therefore they had value. Now Bitcoin has value because it is digital data sovereignty. That's why we need money, Roger. You fool, Roger, duh. Ugh.
You can do all of it with a centralized, fully legal and fully compliant payment platform, right? So go use PayPal. I think you've missed the entire point. The entire point of cryptocurrencies is that by technological design, they are beyond the reach of the law.
That is absolutely ridiculous and dangerous and just stupid.
They're above the law. That's why, imagine if Bitcoin could have been shut down by governments, they probably would have shut it down from right out of the gate.
They would have if it was illegal, Roger, and wasn't serving a purpose to actually help society.
And it's the fact that Bitcoin can't be shut down. We should ask the BSVers this. If they pass a law saying BSV needs to shut down their blockchain, are they going to obey and shut down their BSV blockchain?
Yes, because it shouldn't be illegal in the first place and facilitating crime.
I hope the answer would be no, which is just, a lot of the stuff I see from some of these BSVers are silly.
Roger, you're so silly.
But then there's other BSV fans that, I'm very, very sympathetic to their way of thinking. But
Derek McGill.
The ones that say that the blockchains all need to be legally compliant about everything all the time, just go use your Visa card.
Yeah, I will, Roger, because I wouldn't touch B-Crash with a barge pole. And if you wonder why I call it B-Crash, it's because Roger calls it B-Crash himself. Have a listen.
And we're going to really spread Bitcoin Crash across the entire country here in Antigua.
Good luck with that one, Roger. Oh my days. Shout out to people in the chat box quickly. I can see a few people in there already. JPaps was first in there. Shelly Mack also in there. TD Verge, BSV wins, great stuff. RI Patriot as well, nice one. Yes, that book is coming. I'm 30,000 words down, roughly 60,000 to go. Gonna have to get focused on that because I've previously been focused on doing my show, but the book is coming. People are gonna need it, like, soon. As Craig would say. All right, do we need any more introductions on BSV? We're going for 25 minutes already. I've got a few articles to get through anyway. Yeah, I've had fun with that intro. That's been a good one today. Right, let's crack on with some of these articles. Hold on one sec. Seriously. This is somebody. I've got to turn my phone off there. They know I do shows live at 5. What are they doing ringing me for? Right. Yes. So. Yeah. I just wanted to. These again is more warnings coming out from country regulators. So this article here was just by Steve Carew just 5 hours ago. Said Thai regulator wants to cushion digital currency investors against losses. So again, more indications that people are. They're basically sort of like trying to tell people, in not so many words, like, look, you need to really do some more research, but we can't tell you exactly what that research is. You just need to do your own. So they said the Thailand Securities Watchdog is seeking to cushion digital currency investors against huge losses caused by lack of knowledge of the market. Hint, hint. The country's Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is set to conduct a public hearing this month to determine what qualifications traders need before getting into the digital currency industry. The Thai digital currency market has been growing, like it has across the world, at a rapid rate in the recent months. New investors are at an all-time high, attracting the interest of the regulator. The SEC Secretary General, can't pronounce his name there. Actually, I'll have a go. Ruin Vadi Swan Mongkol said recently that she believes the watchdog must step in to protect investors. Oh dear. And you imagine how belligerent the investors are going to be, because they're all shitcoiners with shit for brains. Like they won't have a clue. As local paper Bangkok Post reports, the regulator believes that these qualifications will ensure traders have sufficient financial buffers to absorb risk from volatile price swings. It's not even that. If these traders are going to be on exchanges, and these exchanges are going to go bust, you will not be able to get your crypto off them, and we'll come on to that in a minute. Sunwam Mongkol revealed that the SEC's interest comes after the Thai market exploded in the past few months. In addition, the Thai Finance Minister, Akrom Terpite Apesith, directed the regulator to protect investors getting into the industry. In December 2020, the net buying of the digital assets doubled to a Thai baht at 1.1 billion, which is $37 million, from 500 million Thai baht, which was 16.7 million. In November, in January, it rose slightly to hit 1.2 billion Thai baht, which is $40 million. As the paper reports, in the first 8 days of February, this figure had already hit 400 million Thai baht, which is 13.36 million. And from January 1st to February 8th, the total trading volume in the Thai market was at 130 billion Thai baht, which is 4.3 billion. That's huge for Thailand. The SEC also said that the number of new accounts rose by 124,000 within the first 8 days of the month. There are now 594,000 active traders in Thai digital currency market. Imagine all trading shitcoins. All trading shitcoins. They have no clue. Ruin Vadi stated the cryptocurrencies have high risk for investors. We should set some screening criteria such as age, trading experience, and level of revenue or wealth to limit risk. These limits already exist for high-yield bonds, which are only available to some types of investors. She believes that traders must have sufficient knowledge before delving into digital currencies. Aside from being well informed, she believes that they should also be well off enough to offset any losses they incur from digital currencies. The Thai market stakeholders oppose the regulator's views. Surprise, surprise. which would put digital currencies beyond the reach of low-income citizens. As a Supactrit Boonsat stated, the regulators should stick to eliminating foul play in the market. Boonsat, who is the head of the Thai Digital Asset Association, believes that traders should have the option of learning through experience. I mean, look at this shit. Thai Digital Asset Association. Should call them Thai Digital Shitcoin Association, really. In a separate action, the SEC issued new regulations for digital currency asset managers, effective February 24th. They will require such managers to obtain a license before practicing in the Thai market. Although they may have been operating before, the businesses are regulated under the Ministry of Finance's November 27, 2020 regulation. All digital asset fund managers or advisors aiming to continue their businesses must submit applications to the SEC by the deadline, the watchdog stated. Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, let's just have a look at the figures on the coin dance market, because I haven't seen these yet, and we'll talk about what is going on in the hash rate, because I had to explain this to a few people today. So check it out. We've got the hash rate at 0.6%. Again, I'm not interested in these shitcoins whatsoever. Hash rate 0.6%. Network nodes 2.3. Transactions 36.8. Winning. Block size 44.6. Winning. Yes. Good. All right, let's play spot the biggest block on Creche. Lots of Huobi on there. Look at that. Huobi's had to go and mine something else, because they've been pushed off the Bitcoin chain. This is hilarious. This is the hand of Satoshi. You know, and like I said, we don't get to see this very often, but I mean, this is fascinating watching this. You know, I've only ever seen the hand of Satoshi maybe once before, and that was just before the CoinGeek conference in November 2018, I think it was, in London. When literally just a few days before, I think there must have been something like 170 million was literally like dropped in like 2 minutes on the market in order to just kind of like increase the BSV price, to just give it a brief tick for the for the conference, you know. And I was just like, wow, there is only one person who can move the market in 2 minutes and be willing to and be prepared to drop 137 million. You know, I was just like, wow, like that is amazing. It was so strong, like seeing the movement. To be honest with you, I was actually on the phone with Tramp, we're like literally watching it happen. We were like, what is going on? Like, obviously, you know, we were shitcoin trading at the time, because this was back in 2018, or like 3 years, well, we were like coming up to like 3 years ago. You know, we just learned such a lot since then. We was just like, mate, oh my god, you know, because we'd like just go out. He's like, I think we should get back in again. I mean, I'm laughing now because like we lost a shitload of money, you know, but I mean, it was fascinating to watch. You know, when we realized what had happened, I was just like, who could have done that? Only Satoshi could have done it, you know. So yeah, last time I'd seen the hand of Satoshi was, you know, what, two and a bit years ago, but now we're witnessing it here. I mean, this is just absolutely fascinating. So Huobi's had to jump onto Creche, but let's play spot the biggest block. They've got a 7 megabyte block for them. Well done, because they're a piece of shit. And that's it. But yeah, Huobi on their chain now. And Michael Saylor, you will listen to my show one day, and you will see that there are no big blocks on the blockchain. There are none, Sunshine. Look at this. Look, I think I can see what a 1.3 is the biggest. Have we got 1.4? No, I can only see a 1.37. That is it. And for genuine Bitcoiners like us, let me just show you this, Michael, because you really should have been paying attention. You know the picture I'm going to bring up here, folks. Oh, come on. It's around here somewhere. There we go. Right, Michael, we see this image here. This image was a 6 megabyte transaction. Not a block, a single transaction on the genuine Bitcoin chain. 6 megabytes in a single transaction. And this one here yes indeed, was 10 megabytes in a single transaction. Not block, a single transaction. Only the genuine Bitcoin has got the technology to be able to do this and the scaling capacity. You have literally bought an absolute piece of shit. I can't stress that enough. 1 megabyte. 1 megabyte block size. Honestly, absolutely hilarious. Right, let's play spot the biggest block on Bitcoin and see who's doing what. Look at this, Hathor and Tau. So Hathor literally just scooping up the market that all these shitcoin enterprises were trying to get their hands on, taking it off them. So I mean, this is fascinating. So we've had Hathor. Hathor has pushed Binance off the chain, and now it's pushed Huobi off the chain. Yeah, this is absolutely hilarious, and it's only mining the relatively small transactions, which I would class as bullshit. Well, they're just bullshit blocks. Somebody else earlier today said, "Oh, useless blocks." No, they're not useless blocks. Blocks are on the chain. What I'm saying is they are bullshit blocks. They're just blocks with hardly any data in. Ones that are easy to mine and just simply win the block reward, which is bullshit. We are expecting huge transaction volumes on chain, and are only the genuine miners who want to add value to the network, who are going to put the effort into upgrading their network so they can process large volumes of transaction, will be able to complete. All these shitcoin enterprises, these shitcoin miners, that have basically been put on the chain by these by the shitcoin exchanges developing their own mining pools, chances are they will go bust. Because all they're doing is, well, they were initially mining BSV so that they could then dump it and keep the price suppressed, but they're not holding any. They literally have nothing. So what are you going to do when the BTC that they're holding goes to zero? And they won't be able to cover their mining fees. The exchange has gone bust. They're going to run out of liquidity. They will be gone. Literally, they will be gone, which will be absolutely fantastic. So literally, we are watching the hand of Satoshi wiping up all the shit. That is what we're witnessing here. Which again, I mean, I know you need to sort of have a relatively deep understanding of this to appreciate this, but hopefully me explaining it to you will help you. Even if you don't understand it, you can at least appreciate what I'm saying and what you're looking at here. So yeah, I mean, Tau 7.2. 19 megabytes, and again, Hathor, just relatively small bits of data. Even BTC.com has mined a 2.9 megabyte block. In fact, I think I saw Huobi actually had mined a 16 megabyte block, which is probably the biggest block they've ever mined on the chain. Oh, look, Huobi down here, they've mined a 5.2 megabyte block, which they're clearly not used to. Look, scooping up these bullshit blocks here at the bottom. Yeah, and then we've got, so we now know that via BTC, which is Hypo Yang, who is a B crasher, again, just hedging his bets because he hasn't really got a clue either, so I wish they would just do one, to be honest. Bitcoin hash rate by network, again, let me get this right. Hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility. When it has utility, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be used as a measurement against the cost of other goods and services and be used as a medium of exchange, which is what Bitcoin is all about. Proof of work, CoreCoin, Bcrash, literally they'll just stop overnight, one day. Bcrash versus Bitcoin hash rates. Bcrash versus Bitcoin proof of work by network. Here we go. Right, so it is currently 90,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin, which is more than 10 times cheaper than transacting on Bcrash because it's a load of shit. However, it's 11.8% more profitable to mine on CoreCoin because number go up because shitcoiners shit for brains. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network, Bitcoin winning. Hey, daily Bitcoin transactions by network, Bitcoin winning. Daily average Bitcoin transactions per block by network, Bitcoin winning. Fees USD, Bitcoin smashing it. Fees Satoshis, Bitcoin smashing it. Block reward ratio, again, comes with price, follows value, follows utility. Accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network, mocking Bcrash here, absolutely hilarious. Only somebody like a Roger Ver would value something as shit as that. Global hash rate 7 days. Tau 0.1%, 7 days. Global hash rate 24 hours. Ooh, BTC.com taking a hit. So that's usually in third place, but instead we've got Cano up there via BTC turning up the heat. Wow. Binance and Huobi. Right, let's see where the hash rate is then, shall we? So this is CoreCoin. So I'm guessing shitcoin enterprises would be more keen to focus their hash rate on CoreCoin because like number go up. So they'll just be getting more confident, misguided confidence, which is hilarious. But again, the Tau tell. There is no Tau on CoreCoin. And again, shitcoiners wouldn't have a clue what I mean by that, but you folks in my chat would. Creche, honestly, mocking this. Absolutely hilarious. It looks like Huobi has increased their hash rate on there, and as has BTC.com. Biggest I think I've seen them on Creche. But again, because number go up. Wait, look at this. Look at this. So look, I mean, this is, again, whoever is doing this, personally I think it's Satoshi. You need a really deep technical understanding to be able to carry something like this off. I mean, look, they've totally taken the hash rate basically away from Huobi, but Tal has kept theirs. Tal has still got 30.56% of the overall hash rate. So it's Hathor literally just wiping out these shitcoiners like via BTC and Huobi. Because Mempool, Norpool, again, I mean, they generally only have a little bit of slice, but, comparatively to via BTC and Huobi, who usually have a lot more, it's these two shitcoin enterprises that have been squeezed. But look at this, so there's BTC.com in there and F2 Pool showing their hand. Just pooling that's missing, but never mind. But yeah, this is fascinating stuff. So almost like 60%. So again, people are saying, oh, 51% attack, 51% attack. It's bollocks. If you're going to 51% attack the network, you are basically causing a split in the chain. You are changing the protocol, and if you change the protocol, the chain will simply split. When you're adding hash rate to the network, you're just simply adding more computing power that enables transactions to be processed. Once those transactions are processed, they are stored on the blockchain because it's the blockchain that follows that protocol that you're adding hash to. That's it. It's got nothing to do with a 51% attack bollocks. I mean, every time I hear this stuff now, I'm just thinking, God, I was brainwashed for like such a long time hearing all of this shit. Literally, it's just more computing power on the network. I mean, yeah, the more computing power that's on it and the more diverse it is, the more credibility it has. But that's credibility, which is, perceived as value, because the more credible it is, the more value it will have. But we are watching Bitcoin, literally like the birth of Bitcoin, in front of our very eyes. We are privileged to see something like this and to actually understand what we're looking at, because shitcoiners literally won't have a clue. Literally, I mean, we know what's going to happen to these shitcoiners. It is going to be brutal. Brutal, literally. I personally think that these exchanges will go bust because they are not carrying enough liquidity for everybody literally trying to get out of all the shitcoins that they're holding. And then literally when they go bust, and literally they go bust because BTC literally just plummets in price, they're going to have they won't even be able to cover the cost of their mining rigs. Their mining operations. They are going to go bust. And then basically what's going to happen is like when all these shitcoin miners go bust, the largest corporations in the world, which are the FANGs, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, Apple, they are the ones who will be mining Bitcoin, because they are the ones that will be accepting payments for the services that they offer. And the reason they will set up mining farms is because they have the volume of transactions that can economically justify mining farms. So not only will they want mining farms in order to profit from processing the transactions, those transactions will actually be their own. So therefore, they actually can effectively kind of like control, have ownership of the data. But yeah. Kind of. I mean, I could go on for ages about that, but it's these shitcoin exchange mining firms, which are like all these ones that we're looking at. Like via BTC and Binance and Huobi. They're all going to be wiped out. Exchanges will go bust. They will not be able to cover their mining costs, and their mining operations will just simply shut down. And then, literally, what's going to happen is when the new mining operations come on chain, financed by the largest corporations in the world, they will be clued up to the fact as to what they need. They need to upgrade their mining operations, or they will have upgraded mining operations to process large volumes of transactions. I mean, at the moment, these mining operations are only mining literally, 1.3 megabytes of data in each block. I mean, imagine how much data Apple has, literally, as a company, in terms of the volume of transactions that one company produces, all going through the chain. That will be huge volumes. So that's why Apple will have a mining operation that can process large volumes of data, because they'll be processing all of their data. Same with all the others: Facebook, Google, Amazon, Netflix. There'll be huge mining operations, huge, because of the volume of data that their transactions produce. So these guys, these shitcoin enterprises, are going to go bust. Which is basically what I wanted to touch on there. So let's have a quick look at Bitcoin blocks live. Here we go. So again, for any newbies who might be watching my channel for the first time, because I know people are sharing it out. Wait, what is this? What's going on? Whoa. So we're already at 18 transactions per second. Something is being tested here. Again, I don't know what... D is, but check this out. So we know that CoreCoin can only handle 7 transactions per second at the max, and all the people who hold BTC are told not to use it, store of value, don't spam the network and all of that shit. So they literally wouldn't have a clue, and again, we just heard Andreas Antonopoulos explaining to some guy who had his transactions stuck in a, in the meme pool for 10 days. It's absolutely hilarious. This is Bitcoin. So the vertical rectangular blocks moving across the top of the transactions being recognized by the nodes on the network. Once they are recognized by the nodes on the network, which is instantly, that transaction is then confirmed, which is why they call it instant confirmation. That transaction cannot be reversed. It is effectively on a conveyor belt on its way to the blockchain, and it cannot be tampered with. So first of all, the nodes recognize the transaction. Then when they've recognized the transactions are thrown into the meme pool. When they are then in the meme pool, they are then competed for by miners and payment processors in order to store all of that data in a single block, put the block on the blockchain, which is when they win the block reward, which is the coin base of currently 6.25 Bitcoin. And this is the blockchain here in front of our very eyes. There is none of this replaced by fee bollocks or this child pays for parent crap. Oh my God. So anyway, we highlight this 19.23 megabyte block, and in the highlighted box below that, we can see the hash number of the block, the height, who it was mined by, again, tau, size, time, date, transaction count, and the total fees in that block, which were $10.16. And again, for people who follow my channel, they will know the image that I'm going to bring up now. There we go. Which shows you this is the block reward getting cut in half and in half and in half and in half, which effectively means mining gets less and less profitable. However, as more and more transactions come on chain, it is the fees in the block that surpass the block reward itself. And as we can see here, the crossover is anticipated on Bitcoin, the genuine Bitcoin, which is BSV, in Q1 2021, which is what we are in. Approaching the end. Well, we're mid-February already, so we're effectively halfway through. So, yeah, very exciting times coming. Very exciting times coming. And again, just for newbies, interested in various different websites and stuff. This one is called BitInfo Charts, and again, they've got like various metrics you can look at here. Looks like Dogecoin is disappearing. Surprise, surprise. But BitInfo Charts, again, they've got different tabs you can look at. So we're going to look at transactions last 24 hours. We'll go to 3 years. We'll go to log. And as you can see, the genuine Bitcoin, which is here, boom, up we go. And it managed to surpass like crap, Bitcoin crap, CoreCoin, all within 12 months, because it has the technology, it has the resources to be able to do it. It is a phenomenal system. But again, shitcoin is shit for brains. I don't know what else to say. Number go up. That's kind of like literally the only language they understand. Might be the wrong number. So let's have a quick look at the coin crap market. I usually forget to look at this while I'm doing my shows, getting too carried away with other information that's far more entertaining. Oh my god. Polkadot is now being displayed in 3rd place. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh my god, like Polkadot being proof of stake, like a completely centralized piece of absolute crap. Cardano like in 5th place. I mean, but even like XRP is in the green. I mean, this is why I'm talking shitcoiners, shit for brains. I literally had no idea that people could be this effing dumb. And literally all I can do is laugh at it. But then I'm just like, well, obviously I appreciate those people who are far more intelligent than me, but it just makes me realize the gap between the various, I suppose, levels of intellect, in this world. It's like, the level of dumbness is like another level that I'd never seen before or experienced. Maybe if you were at school, you might have had the that one kid who was a little bit slow, in the lowest math set, and you were thinking that intellectually challenged, quite vulnerable, but few and far between. Now I'm just thinking, wow, it's almost like the entire population. This is absolutely shocking, like absolutely shocking. And look at even Aave's above there. I mean, we've got genuine Bitcoin. But I mean, look at this. $245 for a genuine Bitcoin. And look at this. I mean, look, we've got a CoreCoin at $51,000 now. People cheering it on because they have no clue. But this is what they don't understand. Like, it is filling Satoshi's bags. Like, the higher the price that the BTC CoreCoin goes, the more economic power it just simply grants to Satoshi. And if he suddenly thinks that BTC is a load of shit and it's of no value to him because it's of no use, they're going to be in big trouble. Like, big trouble. So let's look at where we are in terms of price. I mean, look at this too. Oh, there we go. So we are literally kind of like November 2013 prices. Yeah, so beginning of November. Oh, move this a little bit. Wow. I mean, look at that. It really didn't take long to move November. I mean, so that's November the 4th. What's the next date that we got? November the... So basically, like the 6th of November 2013. Yeah, imagine buying Bitcoin at 2013 prices. Amazing. I literally sometimes have to pinch myself to know where we are. But if you want to know what is going to happen to like the genuine Bitcoin, I mean, imagine. Let's talk about this, for example. Like, people are buying this shit and they can't do anything with it. Literally, they can do nothing with it. They're just told to, like, hodl, pump and dump, listening to all these, like, shitcoin traders trading it. That's literally all these traders do. They just teach them to, oh yeah, well, it's just a speculative asset. You just pump and dump the shit out of it because it's a piece of shit. You can't do anything with it. Imagine what happens when people are just like, oh, I can use this now. I can send a payment anywhere in the world effectively for free, instantly, just like that. I can use this for business now. It was McDonald's that initially, or McDonald's and Starbucks, that were trialing CoreCoin when it was about sort of like $5,000, and they realized that they couldn't do it because they were literally like, the transactions just like weren't even showing. They were just like, we can't, we can serve a burger 100 times faster than a CoreCoin transaction can be done. This is absolutely ridiculous. There's no way that we're going to trust our customers to not have this transaction confirmed after we've given them the burger. It's ridiculous. I mean, seriously, it's meant to be cash. But these people haven't figured it out yet because they're not using it. And they believe all this bullshit. But I mean, what I'm saying is some people might be getting a little bit frustrated with the fact that the BTC price is going up, but it's a load of, there's no value in this. It's absolute bullshit. It is fundamentally worthless. And like I said, all it's doing is just like filling Satoshi's bags. So I wouldn't touch that with a barge pole. But what I would say is that issue, that fight is for the big dogs. You leave them to it. We know that CoreCoin has been effed up by Blockstream, who are funded by institutions who have got suspiciously close links to the Federal Reserve, and it's the Federal Reserve that is the world's reserve currency. Literally the people who the power that sits behind the chairman of the Federal Reserve, that basically pulls the strings, uses him as a puppet master while they do all their off-balance sheet transactions of trillions of dollars. They can literally do what they want. So it is basically that Bitcoin is up against. So it's literally going to have to be Satoshi and friends versus, the criminal Fed. So stay out of it. That's not your fight to be in. Head down, plow on, understand the fundamentals, keep buying Bitcoin, the genuine Bitcoin, educate other people on how to use it so they can see it for themselves. And then when they might just, XRP can do this and Creche can do that, well, then you have to brush up on your fundamentals. Then you have to explain what a commodity is. A commodity that is common to everyone. In other words, anybody can mine it, anybody can buy it. If they've got the resources to be able to mine it. And then you have to, if they're really genuinely interested, you can then explain that the white paper was released on the 31st of October 2008, as it says here in this picture that we've got of the white paper. Where is it? Bring it up. Here we go. There we go. October 31st, 2008. So, why was it that Satoshi didn't actually start the network on the 31st of October 2008? Well, the 31st of October was Halloween. Now, Halloween was an added distraction because Satoshi realized he needed to leave 2 months, which is a reasonable amount of time, to give anyone and everyone else the opportunity of starting the network themselves. And it's not like the white paper was mailed, emailed to the local supermarket, where people wouldn't understand it. It was emailed to a cryptographic mailing list with people who were extremely capable and had the capabilities to understand what this was. They could have started the network themselves, but they didn't. So, obviously, the two busiest months of the year are November and December. So again, Satoshi foresaw this. He was just like, right, what gives me the best, what date is going to give me the best opportunity of starting the network myself? Because it's absolutely fundamentally categoric that I start the network. So, I mean, this was when he literally released control of everything. Everything you needed was in that white paper. It was literally the beginning was the most risky part ever. Had somebody else started the network, and it wasn't underneath a pseudonym, wasn't under a pseudonym like Satoshi Nakamoto, this whole project could have been in jeopardy. But thankfully, people didn't recognize that, And Satoshi then started the network himself after having provided this reasonable amount of time on the 3rd of January 2009. He then stepped back from the project to let the network grow without that central point of authority, control, or influence. So you then have a network that is being completely neutrally grown. And that is what gives Bitcoin its fundamental value. It is something that no other network can compete with. That is the fundamentals of Bitcoin. But that period of dilution of the centralized starting point and distribution came to an end on the 1st of January 2020. So just literally 1 year and 1.5 months ago. Which is why we're seeing all this value being added to Bitcoin right now. We are seeing the hand of Satoshi, more and more. And it's just fascinating to watch. But yeah, I'm rabbiting on because you can tell I'm passionate about this. But yeah, I mean, talking about getting passionate, and I've been going for an hour already. God. So I did want to go through these actually. In fact, we will just quickly before we touch on these post by Melton Deniers, whatever her name is. This one was a dark web operator, Joker Stash, retires after making $2.9 billion in BTC. See, look, this Joker thinks he's retired because he's got $2.9 billion in BTC. What he doesn't realize is that BTC is soon going to be worth jack shit. Huh. So they said here, one of the world's most prolific cyber criminals has reportedly retired in a rare move from the criminal underground. Known only by his pseudonym, Joker Stash, he allegedly operated the world's largest stolen credit cards marketplace. And analytics firms estimated he made at least $2.9 billion in BTC. Joker Stash, who Reuters describes as the kingpin of kingpins of the criminal world, operated Joker's Stash, a marketplace for stolen credit cards and other identity data. Blockchain analytics firm Elliptic was the first to report on suspect's retirement. In its blog post, the firm revealed that Joker's Stash had established a stolen credit card automated vending cart, which allowed users to filter and sort the cards they wanted to buy. This could be on country, expiration date, bank, and any other attribute. Joker Stash only received payment in BTC, according to Elliptic. Good luck spending that, mate. Quotes here, the going price for a single card on Joker Stash ranges from $1 to $150, with those at the upper end coming complete with the cardholder's name, address, and social security number. Whew, scary stuff. Joker Stash established his platform in 2014, reportedly offering the widest network of partners, aka other suspected criminals who stole the credit cards through hacks. In some instances, these partners reportedly would tease their clients weeks in advance about which company they were targeting next. Elliptic estimated Joker Stash's income by analysing the marketplace's revenue and the fees it charged. He reportedly charged 8% fee in the early days, later dropping it to 4% as users increased. He also charged a commission for the sale of the cards on the platform. With this in mind, Elliptic estimates that Joker Stash has received at least 60,000 BTC over the past 6 years. A separate report indicates that he keeps all his income in BTC. In today's prices, this stash is worth $2.88 billion. Imagine sitting on that thinking that you're set for life. Ooh. In his announcement, Joker Stash indicated that he would give all users 30 days to spend account balances. On February 15th, he pledged to wipe all of his servers to go on a well-deserved retirement. He asserted that he wouldn't make a comeback, and thus all future versions of his marketplace will be imposters. He even had some words of advice for other cyber gangsters. He urged them not to lose themselves in the pursuit of easy money. Remember that even all the money in the world will never make you happy, and that all the most truly valuable things in life are free. Look at that. Criminal scumbag, and now he's turning self-development lifestyle guru. Joker Stash is one of the few cyber criminals to get to leave the market on their own terms. Law enforcement agencies have become adept at tracking them down, especially if they use cryptocurrencies. FBI has in the past tried to crack down on Joker Stash to little success. Meanwhile, it took down the internet marketplace. The darknet platform continued to operate, but the law is coming, and these guys know it. That's probably why he's retired. Thought, right, yeah, they're cracking down on me. But yeah, imagine having that 2.88 billion in BTC. You know, he's got more BTC than Elon Musk and Michael Saylor combined. But as Satoshi Nakamoto said, all the criminals who were going to get into BTC are now already here, and he knows it. You know, I mean, literally, these shitcoin criminals like have no idea that literally Satoshi is holding the key to the guillotine. Whoop, straight down, gone, because it's a piece of shit. Like, you know, gonna be a few unhappy bunnies, to say the least. Like, dear oh dear. Just for a laugh, we'll have a look at this. Melton Demures said here, Bitcoin, whatever she was saying, Bitcoin does represents equality of opportunity. You don't need a bank. You don't need a brokerage account. You don't need to be an accredited investor or well connected. Anyone with a smartphone and an internet connection can buy $5 of Bitcoin easily and quick. Yeah, buy and do what with it exactly? It's going to cost you way more than $5 to move it, so you're basically stuck with it until you dump it. Literally all it is a pump and dump scheme, which is a Ponzi scheme. You know, and like, check this one out. She says here, let me know what other misconceptions you want to talk about. It's important that we arm ourselves with the facts and support our claims with empirical evidence and data. Luckily, the CoreCoin ecosystem is comprised of incredibly intelligent people who do this research. Oh dear, honestly, you couldn't make this shit up. Like, absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So anyway, that's been a 1 hour, 6 minute show. We'll leave it there. It is time to ding a dong. Yeah, any questions and stuff, please put them in the chat box. Seen Shelly Mack in there. Do appreciate you doing this every day. Hope you enjoy the knowledge that I'm able to part with and give out. Oh, I've got a really good image, actually. You know what? Yeah, I made this earlier. This is going to be my end image, but I'm just going to send this to myself. Check it out. Oh, hold on. I know it's here somewhere. With today's date. Gonna find this any second. It's a bit like Blue Peter Jobby. Here's one I made earlier. Oh, yeah, actually, we'll have that one. How good does this look? Huh. There we go. So what I would recommend is that, you know, start getting creative and creating your own images. If you see something that is cool and you think you can do a bit of jiggery pokery with it, you know, and put, you know, Bitcoin SV, genuine Bitcoin, yeah, because that is what we're going to be. People are going to be asking, what is Bitcoin SV? Literally the most basic and straightforward answer you can give that explains everything is that it's genuine Bitcoin. The genuine Bitcoin. That's it. Don't confuse it. Don't use any other words. Just say, what is it? Genuine Bitcoin. That is it. That says all you need, because it means the others are fake. And people will start to realize they're fake soon when the market starts turning. So, you know, just do what you can. Have some fun. You know, improve your design skills. I've been having a go at it. You know, have an idea. You know, so, you know, if something comes to your mind, if you have a flash of inspiration because your hippocampus is on fire, just act on it. Give it a go. You know, that's what I would say. So here we go. 18 here. Great stuff. 18 quality listeners. Just before we go on to the questions, do a quick shout out to everybody. JP from Canada was first. And Shelly Mack jumped in there as well. TD Verge, BSV Wins, RI Patriot. Great stuff. Richard Leiter's in there. Nice one. Neezy in there. Great stuff. Yep, Smoker Pipe. Great stuff. Diddy Weldon's in there. Nice one. Excellent. Anyone else? Scrolling down here. Here we go. And some questions here. JP request. Let's talk about Tau. It's on a tear. Yeah, I actually posted about that earlier today. We'll just bring that image up. That was on in my profile. Where was it? This was the one. Let's bring this up. Yeah, it was actually KP Dad that brought this to my attention. And you know what I did? Is I made a little image of this and posted it on Twitch. As soon as I got it, I thought, you know what? Get some money for that. Thank you very much, KP Dad. Do you know what I mean? Every little helps. Penny here and there. You know, got a couple of likes on that. Oh, in fact, we haven't even looked at Twitch, have we? So many different metrics to look at. We could look at Acorn Stash. Here we go. We've got more followers following. Here we go. Acorn Stack. Let's have a look at these last 24 hours. Look at that. 482. Oh, go back. 482 last 24 hours. Then 462 before that. 525 before that. Motoring. This is literally, you know, I mean, this is going to be like 1,000 users signing up a day very soon. And those who, you know, make the most of their Twitch invitations, yeah, I mean, Twitch could be really lucrative. Like, honestly, really lucrative. I think the most of my earnings here have been made up from just people following me. So, you know, people pay, 10 cents to follow you, which I'm extremely grateful for, which is why I open up direct messages to them. That's 263 times 10, so that's like $26. $26 in just people following me. You know, awesome. But yeah, if we go to my profile, where is it? There we go. Oh, where was it? So check it out. So what cost me 6 cents to upload? I got 1 like and 1 reply to it already, so I already got my money back. You know, even if it's only a penny. You know, I mean, or 2 cents. More than I made on Twitter. But yeah, that's pretty mint. But Tau, yeah, I mean, people asking me, you know, where can I buy Tau? Tau is still a company, you know, and a company's shares is limited by the dividend that they produce, and this, you know, speculative price rises. So. In fact, I think it was Michael Saylor that probably described it best. Like, so basically, when Bitcoin gets to about $40 million each, you know, there are going to be other investments that are going to outperform it. But Bitcoin never actually stops going up. I mean, you're never going to find a greater investment than BSV right now. You know, I mean, we're buying it for like $245, and it can go to 40, 50. 40, 50, 60 million each. You know, you're never going to get a company that can outperform that. So Tau's shares are obviously limited by those people who have knowledge of stocks and shares and mining companies. Bitcoin is global. Bitcoin is money. You know, no shares can be literally like, you know, spread around the world, and the shares don't get their value from utility. Bitcoin gets its value from utility and usage. Shares are just simply, like I said, own, you know, effectively equity in a company, and you know, dependent on dividends that they hand out. So yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, obviously, if you'd bought Tau earlier today and it was up like 23%, but I mean, let's just have a quick look at Bitcoin over the last 24 hours. Because I mean, you know, it can literally shoot up in a day. So I mean, so let's say Tau's up 30%. Well, you know. Bitcoin BSV is up 6.45%. You know, so there really isn't that much in it. But I would say you're not going to like, leave investment to the big dogs who have already made their money. It is their responsibility to invest in the ecosystem. You know, we've got billionaires, you know, the richest man in the world, like, you know, CSW, and billionaires like Calvin in there. You know, there are going to be other people who feel as though they've got enough, and they're just like, look, how much is enough? You know, before you actually start saying, look, you know, I've got enough. I feel like I actually want to help other people out and invest in the ecosystem. You know, I'm not there yet. I'm not a big dog. I'm not a big player. You know, I certainly plan to be. But by the time I'm a big player, all these companies will be taking off. My role then will be, helping out my hometown of Leeds. I'll be getting businesses up and running, cleaning up my high street, opening up coffee shops so I can have a coffee whenever I want in the local high street. Helping the council understand Bitcoin so they can start implementing it, into their systems. Getting Recycle SV up and running so that the environmental officers in my city can start implementing that. That's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, well, I'm really looking forward to it. So just have an idea about where you are in the scheme of things, and say, all right, well that's my role. That's what I can do. But like I said, at the moment, leave investing in firms like that to the big dogs. I mean, if you feel like you want to be a big dog and act as if, knock yourself out, sure. But I would say just for the meantime, if you're a small fry, if you've got less than 100 BSV, you just want to be, buying more. See what else is next. Richard asks, what are you expecting to be the short and long-term impacts of the Craig versus PMAC case tomorrow? Who knows? I mean, like I said yesterday, I could never be a solicitor. I haven't got the patience for it. They spend so long on making sure that they've made their point correctly. You said this and you didn't say that, and you didn't say this and you didn't say that, and you didn't do that and you didn't do this, so therefore you must have said that, blah, blah, blah. It's literally like, the law is literally like politics on steroids, because that's when words actually have consequences, I mean, to be honest with you, it's the question really is, when is CSW going to prove himself in a court of law? That is the real question, because that's what this whole thing is about. My guess is that he was probably hoping that the climbing case would be wrapped up and done and dusted by now, so then he could just know that nobody else had a claim on the bullshit claim on the Tulip Trust, and he could just prove himself, and that'll be it. But as it is, the climbing case is still ongoing, so I'm just wondering how keen he is to actually prove himself right now. I mean, especially when the price of CoreCoin is just simply going up and filling his bags. The more the price goes up, the more economic clout he has. So, he's in no rush. Neither should we be. The only rush I'm in is to buy and accumulate more BSV. That is it. Diddy mentions a Brendan Lee video on Streamanity, addressing the death of BTC, and gives a price of 53k BSV and when it might happen. What are your predictions, Satoshi? Again, I don't do price predictions, I only do value. And like I said, BSV's fundamental value is $40 million plus, because that is just the derivatives market. It doesn't take into account the value of all the email communications around the world. Everything. It is data sovereignty. The entire digital world will run on Bitcoin. It is going to be huge. Huge. 40, 50, 60 million dollars per BSV. Yeah, that's all I'll say. When it's going to happen? To quote somebody, soon. That's all I'll say on that one. BSV Wins comments, hey, Polkadot is a genuine innovation in scams. Yes, that's true. If it was useless, could be worth $31. It's got no value whatsoever. It's a centralized platform. It's a security. It doesn't produce a dividend. It's not equity in a company. It's literally digital dog shit. Literally nothing. Yeah, so there we go. KP Dad jumped in the house as well. Richard Leach has got a new Handcash handle. Toshi, what's it? Toshi Form Ayur of Leeds Foundation. yeah, liking that one. Great stuff. Digital dog shit. Laugh massive. Yes, indeed. That's what it is. digital dog shit. Digital gold. It's absolute bullshit. It's digital dog shit. Right, people, let's do this. Handles and paymails in the chat box. Let's do it. Make it easy for me so I can see them all. I'll do the ones that I already know. Starting from the bottom. The first one I can see is TD Verge. There we go, in my contacts already. Swiping to send, on the way to you. There we go, that's TD. BSV wins, you'll have to put your one in there. Shelly Mac, you are next. There we go. Swiping to send, on the way. And Diddy, not Duddy, you're next. DI, yep, got it. Dimmer Dan also comes up as well whenever I type in DI. There we go. Richie Rich, you are next. Here we go. RICH. Rich. Always have to tap your name twice on the on my phone. There we go. On the way. And KP Dad 72 on the way to you. Here we go. Swiping to send, on the way. JPaps at the bottom now. I can now see a latest entrant. Here we go. JPaps. There we go. Swiping to send, on the way. 20 here. Alright, Patriot. BB Blanchett. Oh, got it. Excellent. That was an easy one. Came up as soon as I typed in BB. Nice one. Here we go. And scrolling back up. BSV wins. Still need your one in. Neezy. Smoking as a pipus. There we go. Neezy. Swiping to send, on the way. There we go. Just making my way back up the list. Good chatting there, peeps. Good chatting there today. Great stuff. There we go. Nice one. Right then, peeps. Yeah, I've got a new closing image. So follow the conclusion to my show, and you'll see what I've done. So until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Same time tomorrow. Catch you guys later. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. Buybsv.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online.